All right, so I picked up a 22 Yamaha YZ125, and in this video we'll just take a look at it. And this is going to be awesome because I got two boys, 15 and 17, and then myself, and we can all ride this bike, and it's just going to be a nice size for all of us, so it's perfect. Because we also have this guy here, the KX85, but the boys, you know, it's too small, but we took it in on a trade and probably get rid of it, you know, late summer and then move on to something else. But anyway, we got these two bikes and the pickup truck, and we're just going to start ripping around a little bit. So it's actually kind of funny how we found this bike. You know, I've been looking on Marketplace for like a month or two or whatever, and things were either too expensive or too far away or, you know, whatever. And I was talking to my son Ben, and he's like, "Oh, dude, my friend's selling one." I'm like, "Really? What does he have? Show me the pictures or whatever." And so he sent me this, and it's exactly what I was looking for. I wanted a newer YZ, you know, really just 05 and newer because of the aluminum frame and whatnot. But this is a 22, so it actually had some things revised for the 22 year, so that's cool. So overall, this is probably the newest bike I've ever owned. Always had older stuff. So anyway, it needs a little bit of work, don't they all? But overall, it's in nice shape. It's got some nice parts on it, and it'll be great for riding, you know? So right off the bat, this is the Monster Energy version, which is blacked out and whatnot, and it has the graphics. I don't care. I'm not really into looks. I just want to have a functional bike, right? So there's the hour meter shows 55 hours. However, that was put on after its first top end, so I think it has 75 hours on it. That's all I really know about it. Guess we could just start right here at the back. The tires are a bit worn, so eventually we're going to have to do new tires. There's missing chunks off of here and whatnot. The chain is obviously really loose, and just judging by how much slop there is here, it's probably going to need new chain and sprockets eventually. But the plan is just to leave this on here, you know, obviously tighten the chain up, ride it a couple times and see if I want to do a gearing change, and then just buy new sprockets and a chain, and then new tires and whatnot. Over here, some things to point out. It has V-Force reeds on it, and I believe, you know, I read some specs on the 22. I think these were stock, so they're starting to come with nice reeds stock from the factory, which is pretty cool. The guy updated the covers, the ignition and clutch cover are the Boysen covers. It has flow foot pegs, and I also have the stocker. It has a Cerbis skid plate on here. On this side here, so it has the FMF pipe and silencer. I'm not sure which FMF pipe this is. I'll pull it and try to find a part number on it. There's several different versions. If it was the fatty, I think it would say fatty here. So hopefully this is the Rev or whatever else they have. So we'll see what that is. But anyway, it's got a pipe on it. One thing that's broken and needs to be addressed is right here, these wires pulled out of the connector here. And what this thing does is this, so a lot of the YZs, I believe they had the Mikuni carburetors on it. What is it, the TMX or whatever. They went back to the PWK in this year. And this is for the fuel cut solenoid. So what this does is it has a power jet, and at wide open throttle and above 8,500 RPMs, this thing closes, cuts off some fuel, and allows the bike to over rev. So this failed in a rich, safe condition with it being unplugged. But in any case, I'm gonna locate this connector. Let's see if I can just pull that out. No, I can't. and just repin this and fix it. But whatever, so that needs to be addressed. You know, I checked it out. The wheels spun true. The brake pads are good, so everything's cool here. The linkage looks untouched, so probably no one's ever lubed that ever. So we'll probably have to take that all apart and degrease it. You know, up here, the fork seals don't appear to be leaking. Again, this wheel spins true. Brake pads have a lot of meat on it, so that's cool. Looks like an aftermarket seat cover, so these have a little more grip, which is nice. We're gonna have to order some new grips and set up all the levers and whatnot. They're very low, and you know, just to get it in the position for how we ride and whatnot. So yeah, that's all good. Yeah, so overall a clean bike. It needs a little bit of work, but I'm gonna get my boys out here to help me, and you know, we'll just work on it a little bit. The first order of business is pulling the carb, verifying that it's clean, jetting it, or verify what jetting's in there. I could tell it's running rich already. This thing fires up right now in 40-degree weather without choke on. And looking at the jetting specs, this thing has a 75 pilot in it. That is massive. So I don't know what Yamaha did with the jetting. So that's the number one thing I do with any two-stroke I buy, is you gotta verify all the carb settings, because you don't want to blow it up, and people do weird stuff to carbs. So that's the first thing we got to do. Yes. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what kind of mods you'd be interested in seeing, or what kind of videos you'd be interested in seeing on this bike. I mean, I have some maintenance to do, but let me know if you have one of these, what has made it that much better.